High frequencies, everyone. A few things I want to talk about today before I go into the dream. Is about, we're going in, of course, right now we are in a new moon solar eclipse energy that's going on. We're still in the energy that we just had of the partial lunar eclipse. Now we just had a full solar eclipse that was seen in Antarctica. And we're in the new moon energy, which we are getting ready in a couple of weeks. We'll be in the winter solstice. So there's a lot of things right now that's building up this energy going into 2022. And one of those things that we need to make sure that we do right now, I started last week doing this, because as above, so below, what is inside also shows up outside. We are a cosmic universe, multiverse. Our organs are planets, all right? So we have to go in during this time. I highly suggest you all to cleanse the gut. We may have been going through a series of off and on. I don't know your life, I'm not trying to figure it out, but I can only speak for myself. And one of those things that I do every so often, we get off course a little bit, and then it's like, I may be eating too much fried vegan food, or too much cooked food, or not enough nourishment, and not enough supplements and things that I need to make sure that my body is at a high state so it can function properly. And so I started last week where I went and did my enema, cleansed my gut out, did liquids, and it helped me. Each time that I do it, it makes me more intentional on what I ingest and what I put in. It's like a rebooting, a recalibration, reset. Just like you may get your tires balanced on your car, because it may be wobbly on one side than another. Okay, now it's putting me back on track. And so it started last week, where not only did I release a lot of waste that had just been sitting on my belly, because I saw my belly kind of like pooched out. I'm like, what is this? This ain't me. So it was things that hadn't been getting out. So even though I do my teas and I do my water, it's still foods from eating. Of course, I eat bread. I eat starches. I'll eat a lot of cooked food. And it started right after Thanksgiving. Like right after Thanksgiving, I was like, let me cleanse my gut. I was starting to feel a lot of congestion, even though you'll hear me on some of the videos where I'm sneezing, I'm congested. And that's because my body cannot take a lot of cooked food. I don't eat any meat at all. I haven't had meat in almost 7 years, so I don't eat meat at all. But even with cooked food, my body will go into like craziness. If I have anything that has any milk product in it, my body will go crazy. It's like, I can't believe you doing this to us. Like, what is you doing, girl? So I have to reset, recalibrate, and start over. So I'm cleansing the gut. I started last week cleansing the gut. I also got some, I've been doing soup these last couple of days. Yesterday, I like Vietnamese food. So I had just a vegetable broth with vegetables in it, soup, sipping on that. I had a banh mi sandwich, a tofu banh mi sandwich. And it was loaded with vegetables. And today I'm getting the same thing. I'm getting some more soup, some more vegetable broth soup. And I'm really, this morning I started off with drinking. I did my ginger, cinnamon, nutmeg, vanilla extract, and honey tea. All right. And this is part of the tea that I do with setting my intentions under this new moon. So I like to use the elements along with the elements of who I am, of conjuring, creating. And then I also had like this entire mantra that I created. That's the words are based on what I'm seeking to bring forth under this new moon. So it's my intentions. So I like to keep the intentions ingrained in my person so I can walk in that energy of bringing all of that forth to me. And it works. So we really want to focus on cleansing right now. Yeah, so you really want to focus on cleansing right now, cleansing the gut, the bowels, the gastrointestinal tract, doing some qigong movements, getting the air in your lungs, focusing on your breathing, doing your breath work. For me, I do a lot of qigong, and I like doing breath work, and I love tai chi. But if you are a yoga person and you love doing yoga moves and you like doing fire breaths and you're connected with the Indian culture, and you enjoy looking at yourself from the different doshas, then you can look at the different doshas. I think it's Vita, Pitta, and Vata. So if you want to look and see where your body lines up based on the doshas, you can do that. Look at your chakras. When you are cleansing out and you haven't done a cleansing, and you're just out here taking in anything, and that comes from smoking, alcohol, food, individuals' vibrations inside of you sexually, people who are around you when it comes down to work, all of that has to be a part of your cleansing. Because when you start to crave different things or you want different things and you don't know why you want different things, 9 times out of 10 you're out of balance, right? You're not in alignment, you're out of balance, and you need to get recalibrated. So this is one of those things you can do to recalibrate yourself. And we can't do one without the other. We can't do breath work and yoga and then eat whatever the hell we want. All right. As spiritual people, we know this by now. So whether you are, whether you're a carnivore, omnivore, or a herbivore, or whatever you are, whatever you're taking in, you're going to have to start cleaning it up and eat only those foods that are of a higher frequency. So even if, like I said, even if you're a carnivore, take this time to go into just being an herbivore, just eating fruits and vegetables, and allow this time to cleanse up so you can, this new moon, new intentions, you need to come in with a clean energy. Like, how can you even request for your higher self to bring something in when the temple or the house that you're asking from is full of Burger King, McDonald's, Taco Bell, pizza, and Cheez-Its, and nachos, and all this kind of crap that's full of all these chemicals that the entities that are against you have created? Who the fuck is Frito-Lay? Do you know that Kellogg was eugenics? He was really into eugenics and getting rid of our race. Like, are you even mindful of who Dole is and the Ocean Spray Company? Be mindful. You may want to eat Tyson's chicken and all the rest of that stuff, but you're not mindful of what and who these vibrations of these people actually are. So cleanse it up. Take it all out. Poop it all out. Cleanse your energy, get into your breath work, look into your doshas if that's what you do. I work with Chinese medicine, so I make sure that my meridians and my chakras and all of this is in alignment. I do my tai chi, my qigong, and it's part of my cleansing. I even did it this morning. I woke up, did my ritual, went to tai chi, and within minutes of doing tai chi, I was pouring down sweat. I'm talking about minutes. And these are the slow coiling of the energy movements that you will look at and be like, how is she sweating? I'm sweating like I had ran a marathon. All right. So anyway, make sure you go do that. That's just a message out there. Do as you will. And Spirit put it on my heart to put it out there. I'm putting it out there. You do what you want to do. It's your life. Internal and eternally and internally. It's yours. Going into the dream last night, it was very quick, but it was, it touched my heart because, of course, you all know, my soul made that transition in 2015. I've talked about this before. Well, he came into my dream state, and this part of the dream was very beautiful, and I'm gonna get into, more specifics about it, as I've sat with it. But we were in this house. It was like we were married. And he was living again, and I was in this house. We were in this house, and it was around wintertime, and it was like he was in the living room area, and I was in another part of the house that was right across. It was kind of like it was sectioned off. He was in the living room, and I could see through the living room. I could see him in the living room. So I was just sitting down on the couch, and he had 2 chairs. And both of them were these nice cushiony chairs that he had put a blanket on each one. And he told me to come in. He had wanted me to sit in a chair and for us to sit down, relax, and just talk. And it was so beautiful because the lights were dim. It was almost like candles or a fireplace was going. But it really warmed my heart. It really gave me the feeling and sense of love and that connection to someone who understands and gets you and just wants you to feel safe and comforted. So for those of us who may not have a significant other that actually makes us feel safe, makes us feel comforted, maybe we're not dating right now. Maybe if we, are with someone, they just don't hold that type of space for us. Whatever the case may be. For me, it gave me that sense of security and loving just for him to be there and wanted to just sit and talk or just sit. And sometimes we don't always need to talk. Sometimes we just need to have someone that has that space for us. And if we don't have somebody that has that space for us right now, we can have that space for ourselves. We can hold that space for ourselves. And that's kind of like what I felt in the dream. Because, of course, nothing is outside of who we are. But I felt like in the dream, because I saw him, and he was there creating this loving, warming space for me, especially during this season as a lot of people are going into, preparing for Christmas and New Year's and all of that. We'll get away what we're doing during this winter solstice. And I'm not going to go into the winter solstice on this video. I do it on another video. But we know, just like with the solstice, because we have a summer solstice and then we have a winter solstice, and that's when we are to go inward. All right, winter time, we're doing just like what the bears do and the animals. They hibernate during this time, and we've gathered up everything that we should have cultivated during the harvest time, during the summertime. Like, we should have brought these things in. So whatever we learned this year, this is the time to bring all of that energy into ourselves and hold space for ourselves. Sit in that nice comfy chair like I had in my dream. Sit in a nice comfy chair with the blankets and just relax, and just reflect. Do a reflection of how you've grown, how you've learned, the different interactions, people you've been a beacon of light to, people who've been a beacon of light to you. Things that you've accomplished. Just sit and just roll around in that energy. Not so much of what you need to do, what you have to do, what you haven't done, what the goals are, what you bring into, sometimes we're all about, what are we going to do 2020? Right now, this is the time to just sit with it. This is the time just to reflect on all the beautiful things that you've done throughout this entire year of 2021, and all those beautiful things that have happened to you and that you've given out and people have given to you, and just reflect on it. All right. So don't forget to cleanse. Always send yourself light, love, circle that energy back around through you, of that healing, loving energy, because you need it. Because whatever you are, you reflect to others. All right. So enjoy the rest of your day and this weekend. And I'm here to tell you peace and high frequency.